So here's everything that I ate in a week at an all-inclusive resort. 1 week of the month is not going to kill you. Like, I still had a good amount of food and I still had like a bunch of different foods, but I feel like with that semaglutide being there, it just kind of still gives me like a stopping point. Weight loss is such a mindset shift. This whole journey is about balance. It's not about perfection. Literally paid $125 to get this. What is life? I'm in the hospital bathroom and I'm about to do my shot. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Keisha if you're new here, and thank you for clicking on today's video. Welcome to week 7. Like on vacation and lost track. Nope, we're in week 6. Welcome to week 6 of my semaglutide journey, and we are starting off this video in Jamaica. So we are on our honeymoon in Jamaica this week. I'm kind of filming this almost halfway through the trip, this intro, because I never entered the video. So I just wanted to say hi. Yeah, this week's gonna be a little bit of a different one in the series because obviously I'm not home, so my routine is gonna be a little different. And I think this is gonna be a really good week to practice balance and just being easy on myself, being nice to myself. Day 1, so if you guys watched the last video, I ended up going to my hometown because my grandma's been in the hospital. So I was there and I forgot my semaglutide. I forgot it. And it was like the one thing, I put a reminder on my phone. I was like, do not forget to bring it. Cause like when we were planning to come to Jamaica, I wouldn't need to bring it with me. I was like, I'll take it before I leave and I'll take it when I get back. It was gonna work out fine. It was gonna be like a day off, but it was gonna be fine. But then when we went to Albany, we went a few days sooner, and like I was like, okay, I don't wanna take my shot early, so I'm just gonna bring it with me. I completely forgot it. I remembered when we were like literally in the Uber pulling into the airport, I was like, you didn't bring your semaglutide. So I had one of my friends go to the house and she got it for me and she shipped it to me. She overnight shipped it and I paid $125 to get it overnight. So I ended up taking it in the hospital bathroom. So yeah, I paid $125 to get it. That's how I was like, I was scared of having to like go back to day 1 and reset. And I was also scared I was gonna have some weird side effects. And I was like, I don't feel like dealing with this. So that's kind of how the week started. And then I've been kind of filming some things here and there of like what I've been eating, trying to get some clips. Definitely gonna be a shorter video, but been working on trying to get some clips. So we'll probably maybe do some like voiceover or something in this one to kind of add a little spice. Let's get into the rest of the video. Hi guys, so future Keisha just was working on editing this video after editing my honeymoon video, and I decided that we're gonna take a different route with this video than the normal just kind of like weekly vlog style for my semaglutide journey series. But I was like, I don't want it to be so repetitive. Like if you watch the honeymoon vlog, I feel like it's could get super repetitive and I don't want that, but I also don't want to skip a week in the series. So I figured we'll just kind of switch it up a little bit and I'll kind of do a little more of like a talk through about kind of like how I kind of went into the vacation mindset wise, and then kind of like talking you throughout the week and the overall journey, and then kind of wrapping it up to like where we are now. Also, I just straightened my hair and I feel like I did it so good this time. The last time I did it, I hated it. In my morning routine video, I think I put too much oil in it. I hated it. I think it looks so good and it's getting so long. In that video, or in this video, I like curly hair a lot. And I'm like, I love my curls. If my curls could be this length, I'd wear it curly all the time. I don't want to start rambling. I kind of wanted to talk through like balancing your health and fitness journey while on vacation, and kind of like how the semaglutide kind of affected me in an environment where I was on vacation and at an all-inclusive resort nonetheless, where it's just like endless food and drinks pretty much all day long. So let's kind of talk about, where are my notes? I need my notes. Okay, so as I mentioned in this video, we went to Jamaica for our honeymoon. If you guys are new here, we got married in September in Greece and just had the best time. We did a whole trip then, but I really wanted to do a honeymoon, and the goal with this trip was like, I just wanted to relax. Like our Europe trip, when we went to France, London, and Greece, It was a lot of running around. It was very exhausting. So we wanted to go on a trip where it could be our honeymoon and also we could just relax. And I love an all-inclusive. I just love, you pay all the money up front. And then if you really didn't want to like swipe your card at all for the whole time you're there, you don't have to, which I love. You can just eat and drink. You don't have to think about pricing or anything like that. So I love an all-inclusive resort. But what comes with an all-inclusive resort is all you can eat food and all you can eat drinks. And it's so easy to just eat and then just like fully forget about your goals. So I feel like my mindset going in was like, I wanted to still be semi-conscious of this journey that I'm on with losing weight and just being like, trying to be more healthy. But on the other hand, I wanted to remember that I am on vacation. I feel it probably seems like taking vacations a lot. I feel like I've been traveling a lot lately, but it's like, you're not taking a vacation every day. 1 week of the month is not going to kill you. So I also, on the other side, didn't want to be so focused on calories and like weight loss and things like that. Like I was like, you're on vacation. Worst case scenario, you don't lose anything for a week. That's fine. Worst case scenario, you gain a pound or 2 in a week. Also fine. But obviously I have the benefit of being on semaglutide because I can't eat as much as I could. Like when we went to Cancun last year at that all-inclusive resort, your girl went in. I was eating nonstop. I was taking full advantage. I was like, I am getting my money's worth. Ate a ton. Felt like shit after, but I ate a lot. This time, however, was nice because I feel like I still ate a lot. Like I still had a good amount of food and I still had like a bunch of different foods. But I feel like with that semaglutide being there, it just kind of still gives me like a stopping point. It's like, you can eat, and yeah, maybe I definitely ate more than I would have if I was just like, you know, home, of course. But it did kind of give me that stopping point where my stomach was like, yeah, you know, actually we're done. We are done. So that was kind of my mindset going in. I still wanted to be conscious and like, you know, not go overboard. Again, have some semaglutide, so it makes it a little easier. But I also wanted to just enjoy myself, enjoy your honeymoon, like not be so obsessed over your body. For like 1 week, just like let it be. So that was kind of my mindset going into the trip. And I feel like having that mindset made me a lot more present and made the vacation a lot more enjoyable once I kind of talked, like legitimately had a conversation with myself. Like I'm not even kidding, like I legit have to talk to myself sometimes and be like, Keisha, we need to chat. Like I will legitimately speak out loud to myself. If you guys don't do that, you should try it. It's really helpful. Once I came to the decision that I wasn't gonna focus too much on everything, I was just gonna enjoy myself, not worry about the scale and worry about everything when we get back and just kind of pick up where I left off when I get back, I feel like it just like made the vacation so much more enjoyable. Like I was able to eat food. If you guys watch, I think it was week 2 or 3 of this journey, I talked about food guilt and I was like literally having a meltdown one day because I ate more than I should have and like ate foods that I didn't want to be eating. I just like I had a whole moment, and I can say ever since then I have not had that. I think that was just so early in the journey that it just like hit me really hard, but I didn't have any food guilt and I feel like I thoroughly enjoyed myself. Weight loss is such a mindset shift, and I feel like the main thing I'm trying to remind myself of every day, even now being back from vacation, something that I'm like really am trying to really think about and remember is that this whole journey is about balance. It's not about perfection. I don't need to be perfect. Every day is not gonna be perfect. Every week's not gonna be perfect. Every month's not gonna be perfect. And that's okay. As long as we have a point where we are gonna go back to our normal habits, it's okay. Oh yeah, I could cry. I'm like, wow. I feel like just in the last few weeks, I feel like just from how I felt like early on, if I had gone on this trip any earlier in this journey, I don't know if I would have had the same mindset, honestly. But I feel like I've just gotten to a better place where I'm like, I'm doing great. I'm like really happy with the progress I've made. And I'm like, yes, would it be nice to, you know, lose another 2 pounds during this video? Of course. But if I don't, is the world gonna end? No. So my main focus on this trip was to make conscious but enjoyable choices. I tried to make sure if at anything I was at least drinking water. We carried water bottles with us everywhere. We got free waters in the room, so I always had water on me. I wanted to try to have at least some kind of like nutritional something with each meal. That didn't happen every single time, but especially when we were in like the buffets and stuff, I would try to have either some fruit, maybe something with a vegetable. They had these like green juices in the morning that I drink every morning. Like I was like, just make some kind of like healthy choice along with the bagel and the crepes and the waffles and stuff. Just have something that is like a fruit or a vegetable and then have some kind of protein with every meal, which was easy because there was lots of options. I feel like, again, when I went to Cancun, I would just like piling my plate. Like I think there were times I would go up and get like 2 or 3 plates of food and literally eat it all and then still have dessert. And then here, I feel like I just had like a better mindset with it where it was like, okay, I'm gonna get a plate. If I really, there were some times where I was like, you know, I wanna go back up and grab maybe an extra bread roll or grab an extra something, and I did. I'm not like, again, I'm not restricting myself there, it's fine. But I feel like this time around, the key was sampling all different foods. Like if I saw something I wanted to eat, I wasn't gonna be like, no, I can't have it. Anything I saw that I wanted, I would put on my plate, but my goal was to just put smaller portions on it. And then another thing I told myself is like, you do not have to finish every bite on your plate. I am somebody that, I don't know why I always have this, I was always like have this weird mindset where if I have something, I need to finish everything on my plate. And I don't even think that was really even a rule growing up. Like, I don't know why, but if I have food on my plate, I will literally like would normally eat myself sick to finish it. Where now I'm like, obviously I don't want to be wasteful. I'm not going to get like huge portions of food and then like just eat a few bites and just like waste a whole plate. But I was like, if we don't eat every bite, that is okay. And then having Cody there was really nice too, because a lot of the times I would fill up my plate way too much. Like the semaglutide would hit and it'd be like, you're done. And I would give him some so I wouldn't be wasting as much. So that was kind of nice having him there because a lot of the time he would just eat some of my leftovers. But yeah, that kind of helped with being able to indulge and enjoy myself, but also without overdoing it. So kind of going through the week, I kind of had like we had sort of a routine going on. So we had one place that we went to for breakfast every day. That was like the Captain's Market, the main buffet that was there. So every morning we went there, I pretty much had the same breakfast every morning. I would have like a crepe with either Nutella or peanut butter on it, a little bit of syrup. I would have like a waffle most days, and they had strawberry and blueberry. So I'd kind of go back and forth between those. I think I had French toast a couple times, but I really like the waffles. I would try to have a few pieces of bacon. They were constantly sold out of bacon. So whenever there was bacon, I would grab like 3 or 4 pieces of bacon. I would have half a bagel with some cream cheese and some smoked salmon. And then some of the fruit was like hit or miss, like depending on this, I don't know, I'm kind of iffy. So I would try to have some fruit, but they did have this green juice that I did have every morning, even though some of the mornings it wasn't that good, but sometimes it was a little hit or miss, but I did have that. So that was kind of like my breakfast, and I had that pretty much every day while we were there, like some version of that. They also had a coffee shop on site. So every single morning after we left breakfast, I would go get a caramel cappuccino with almond milk. So I had my coffee every day. Sometimes I would have the room coffee. I think almost every day, except for maybe 1 or 2 days, I had the room coffee. Never finished it because it wasn't that good, but then I would have that after. Lunches, I think all the lunches we did were also, all but one were pretty much buffets too. So that kind of changed every day with what I would get. Maybe I would get like a burger. We went to this one little shack that had like some like Jamaican food, like jerk chicken and things like that. Yeah, it was just kind of like a variety, but I kind of just ate kind of whatever I felt like eating. Almost every single day when we got back from the beach or the pool, and we had like a few hours before dinner where we would just kind of like have our own like alone and chill time. The people that would come restock the fridge with drinks would always put in a bag of these plantain chips. I don't know what it was about these plantain chips, but they had me in a chokehold. They were so good. I meant to look them up and see if I can find them here because they were amazing. Like, I don't usually love plantain chips because I feel like sometimes they can be too sweet, but these were like perfectly salty and the crunch, like the perfect thickness. I was obsessed. So every day when we got back, I would have that and then some of a Coke Zero. I never finished it, but I would have some of a Coke Zero. And then dinners were more set. I think we only did the buffet dinner the first night that we went. And then they had so many restaurants on site. So that was really nice to be able to try different things for restaurants. One, it was nice because it was a la carte. So it felt like more of like a dinner setting anyway. And then the portions were actually pretty, like what we would say small. Like I feel like anywhere that's not in America, you probably use a normal size, but we were like, oh my God, the portions are so small, which was perfect because half the time I still didn't finish my food anyway and I would give some to Cody. So that was nice. So we kind of switched to the dinners, and then almost every single night we went to the little, they had this little like ice cream parlor in the middle, and we would go there and get ice cream, like I said, almost every single night. They kind of switched up the flavors. I usually got chocolate. Sometimes I got like a chocolate and a vanilla or a chocolate and a strawberry, but had an ice cream cone. I started off the first few days getting 1 scoop, and then I was like, you know what? We're gonna get 2 scoops. So What I noticed too is like the beginning of the trip, I was definitely more like, can't finish, can't finish, can't finish. And then as we got towards the end, like normally kind of like the day before the shot, I started to have a little more of an appetite anyway. But this week, so I ended up taking my shot 2 days later. So pretty much the last like 3 days of the trip, I had more of an appetite. Like still not so much of an appetite like I did before, where I literally felt like I was like an endless pit of hunger that could have just kept eating and eating. But I definitely had way more of an appetite, and I did take advantage of that. I was like, you know what? I have more of an appetite. I'm gonna eat more, especially the last day. I was like, we might as well take advantage and eat everything. So yeah, that's pretty much everything I ate and drank. As far as it comes with exercise, so I had said my goal was to work out at least 2 to 3 times, and I made it to the gym the first day. And I did not go any other times. Cody went 2 more times. I took those as editing times. I didn't feel like it. And I feel like I could have been harder on myself, like beat myself up for it like I normally would, but I just didn't feel that bad. I was like, you know, I don't feel like it. I'm on vacation. I don't feel like it. I was also going through some personal shit like in the middle of this week. If you guys watched the last 2 vlogs ago, I was talking about how my grandma was sick, and then actually in the middle of us being in Jamaica, I found out that she had passed. So I don't know. I was just kind of like, I was already being easy on myself because it was Jamaica. And then I also was like, you're just having, it's just a lot of conflicting emotions with being excited to be on a trip, but also dealing with like grief and like loss. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to push myself. If I don't want to work out, I'm not going to work out. My eyes are watering or I'm not going to cry. So yeah, I didn't really work out except for the first day. Luckily, our room was kind of like a bit of a walk from a lot of the spots that we went to. So I feel like, you know, still got like a decent amount of little steps in. There was maybe 1 or 2 times I decided to take the stairs up to our 5th floor room. But that was only, I think only once. So not even an exercise, honestly. But again, am I gonna beat myself up for it? No, they did have a really nice gym there. I will give them that, but I just didn't go. And I am okay with that. So if you're on vacation, obviously it's best, like would it have been nice if I did like maybe 1 or 2 more workouts? Absolutely. Like I would have been really proud of myself, but I didn't, and that's fine. I'm come back. I did a workout today. All is well. Obviously, I'm home now, if you guys can't tell. So if you guys are going on a trip or on vacation soon, I definitely encourage you to find your own version of balance. Kind of plan out a realistic plan in advance, so then when you're there, you don't have to overthink it. Like I kind of, like I said, I literally had a conversation with myself before we went, thought it all out, and planned out kind of like, of course I didn't like plan out like exactly like meals or anything, but I kind of like already put my mindset there. Like I already like shifted my brain and my mindset to be what I needed it to be while we were there. Even if you're not on vacation, maybe you're having a bad week or you're burnt out, it is okay to take a break and give yourself a little grace every now and then. And again, I'm saying that to you because that's something editing me also needs to see, because it is something that I myself am still working on actively. It's okay to take a break from routines. It's okay to take a break from tracking. And it did make me excited to come back and like get back into the normal swing of things. Again, this week's kind of gonna be a little weird week. I'm already into the next week filming. A little bit of a hard week because we're gonna all be for like funerals and stuff tomorrow, but I was excited to just come back and get back. Like I miss my protein shakes. I miss my coffee. Like I just miss some of the things like at home. So it's been nice coming back and kind of like slowly getting back into a little bit of my normal routine. I did do a weigh-in to see what the damage was. I guess I had no idea. Like if I had to guess, I would think I was probably eating somewhere around maintenance. Maybe some days a little under, some days maybe a little over, sometimes maybe right around it. I don't really know. I didn't track, and I wasn't even gonna try to track. So I really don't know. But when I came home and weighed in, I was happy to see that I was down another 0.4 pounds. So we lost 0.4 pounds that week, which honestly, like I said, for being on vacation, not working out, not tracking, and kind of eating like things I don't normally eat in a day to day and having ice cream every night and things, that was good to see. It was like I feel like that was like, again, even if I did gain a pound or 2, I already was like preparing myself to see the number and be like, it's okay. But the fact that I still managed to like go down a little bit and not like, you know, gain a bunch of weight was, I think that was exactly what I needed to kind of like solidify this mindset and like solidify what I am trying to get across in this video of like, you can take a week to yourself and like your goals aren't going to be fully ruined within a week. So it was nice to see that it still managed to go down a little bit. So not mad about that. Oh my God. And also the biggest thing that I've been talking about in these videos I wanted to update you guys on is that I think we are coming out of our constipation era, which is amazing because if you guys have watched all the videos, then pretty much for this whole journey, I've been dealing with constipation. And while we were on the trip, the last like 4 days, I pooped 4 days in a row and I didn't take anything to help aid it. Like I didn't take the tea or the gummies I've been taking, nothing. And then we've been back for 2 days, and then I did poop a little bit this morning. I feel like there's more. We'll see how often it is now, but I had 4 days back to back with some, and then a little bit this morning. So I'm like, I think maybe we're gradually getting out of our constipation era, which is amazing. So we'll definitely keep you guys updated on that. But yeah, that was definitely a big win for the week that I wanted to make sure that I pointed out in this video. But yeah, I think that's all I have for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, I know it's a little bit of a different one than normal, just because, like I said, I didn't want to post the same video essentially twice of the honeymoon video and then this. I didn't want them to be so similar. So I thought this would be like a nice little way to switch it up and chat with you guys. But yeah, I think that's it for today's video. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all the things, and I will see you guys again in another video. All right, bye guys.
Oh, I can't let him take my soul. Nah, 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 no. I can't let him take my soul.